I think the grace of Heavenly Mother, compassion of Maitreya Buddha, Qigong Buddha, virtue of Patriarch, Sichuan Simu, and also Grandmaster, Senior Master Li, and Junior Master Li, whom allow me to have the opportunity to do the sharing. This is Foshan in Tainan. It was first constructed in 1936. This is the main prayer hall. We call it the Laomu Prayer Hall. This is Confucius inside. This is a night dragon carving. This is Shakyamuni Buddha. This is the staircase to the J Emperor's prayer hall. This is the Guanyin prayer hall. So I want to point out to you that in this prayer hall, there are three statues. Guanyin is in the middle, and then this one is a goddess of childbirth, and this one is a goddess of blessing and fortune. This is the Jade Emperor's Prayer Hall. This is on top of the Guanyin Prayer Hall. So in this Jade Prayer Hall, Jade Emperor's Prayer Hall, there are three statue. The first one in the middle is the Jade Emperor. The one on the right is the South Pole. The goddess of the god of South Pole, and the one on the left is the god of North Pole, or the deity of North Pole. So behind the structure, there's a place for hiking too. And this is the Guanyin statue. This one is called a Night Dragon Lake. It has a night dragon carving, you can see. Nice decorated. In other words, it has good feng shui. Peter, does that make you want to go? It's a beautiful place, right? As you can see, the temple is such a big size. It does need a lot of volunteers. So there's many people live there, take care of the property. I'll say at least maybe 10, at least 20,000 to take care of the whole property. Yeah. And many of them are like elder, but still capable of doing simple things like sweeping, trimming. Yeah, they just live on the property. And everywhere you see, there's a lot of carving. You can see that so much work is put into the architectural structure. And you see everyone here, there's a little statue here. There's total 28. And you know what that is? The 28 constellation lining up. This is the Jade Emperor. And this one is the deity of the North Pole, deity of South Pole. This is when you step out, and that's what you see. So there's a lot of carving everywhere. It's Guanyin. This one is the goddess of childbirth with a close-up picture. So what does goddess of childbirth do? The devotees seek her blessing for a smooth pregnancy and safe delivery. And on the left of the Guanyin statue is the god of blessing and virtue. So, Giacomo Tienshin, can you read this line here?
God of blessing and virtue, the guardian of harvests and the protector of travelers, reflecting his role in ensuring the safety and prosperity of the community.
Thank you, thank you. And then this one is the J Emperor's prayer hall. So this one is the J Emperor. You see that in the video. Giacomo Tienshin, can you read this?
Celestial Jade Emperor, regarded as the supreme ruler of heaven and earth, maintains cosmic order, administers justice, and assures harmony between heaven, earth, and humanity.
Thank you. And this one is the North Star deity, or I call it the god of North Pole. So, Giacomo Tienshin, can you read this one here?
North Star deity, symbolizing direction and purpose, is considered a protector of human destiny, overseeing the balance between life and death.
Thank you, thank you. And this one is the South Pole. Thank you.
Together with the North Star deity, symbolizing direction and purpose, is considered a protector of human destiny, overseeing the balance between life and death.
Yeah, thank you, Giacomo Tienshin. So this is it's like an introduction so that you understand their function as deity or God. So earlier you see an image of this, and you probably don't understand what do each structure, what's their purpose. So here, starting on this white block here, this is the main prayer hall, the one that you see that there's a dragon staircase in the middle, the biggest prayer hall here. The one on the left is the dining hall. And then more to the left is the J Emperor Hall and the Guanyin Hall. So the Guanyin Prayer Hall is in the bottom. The Emperor Prayer Hall is on the top. So if you want to go to visit the J Emperor Prayer Hall, you need to climb up the stairs. Okay, and then this is where we stay every time when I go to Taiwan. It's the dormitory. So this prayer hall, we go there to pray when we arrive, and then every day when we wake up in the morning, that's where we need to visit. And then we do the departure ritual there too. And on the far right is the Foshan Pagoda. You know what this place is? It's more like a forest lawn for the Dao people.
The cemetery.
Yeah, but for the Dao people. Because the pagoda has a different level. I don't know how many level is it. Rebecca, do you know how many level is it? Okay. So we don't I don't remember how many level, but from what I know is the top level it's for the almost senior. For example, Qianren. But Qianren we only have a few, right? So all the master can go there. And master's parents can go to the other floor too. So let's say if you, Peter, and Rebecca or me, we want to go there, we can go there. We need to apply. Yeah.
It's a mausoleum.
What is that?
Mausoleum.
Mausoleum.
It's like a building where all the, like a niche. They have niches inside.
Oh yeah, it's like
inside the building. There's niches.
It's for Eddie. Can you help me? It's for the ashes.
Yes. Mausoleum.
Mausoleum.
It's a building where inside there's walls of niches where the ashes, cremated ashes, can be put inside the wall.
Yes, the urn. We call it the urn, right?
Right, the urn with
Yeah.
the ashes
Yes, yes, yes.
can be placed inside this
Yes,
niche.
yes. With a lock. Yeah, right.
Mhm.
Good. Yeah. So
Right.
that's not pagoda. Yeah. It
Mhm.
has a different level. So if you are Tanzu, you can place right under master.
Mm.
And if you take the mouth purification, you can place in that level. But the regular Tao King, you go to the bottom level.
Mm.
That you have not taken mouth purification vow. There's no you don't have any Tanzu title. So because being a Tanzu, that means you took the mouth purification vow, right? So there's a different level too. Yeah. But the more you practice, the more you cultivate, the more you are devoted to the Tao environment, the higher you can go. So as you can see, this place here, it's beautiful. It has mountain, it has water, it has lake, it has forest, clean air, clean water, not polluted. You hear in the morning when you wake up, you hear bird, you hear cricket. Just a place to retire.
Foshan Guanyin Temple is the first temple-style Tao environment of the Baoguang Jiande lineage of I-Kuan Tao. Located in the Youyin district of Tainan city, it undertook the sacred mission of secretly guiding the virtues during an era of heavy official scrutiny. At that time, it served as a spiritual sanctuary for all Taoists to learn, cultivate, and propagate the Tao. Foshan Guanyin Temple has nurtured many practitioners and helped them achieve their spiritual goals. It preserves many historical traces and memories of the Tao propagation in the White Era.
Thank you, Giacomo Tienshin. So on the first line here, Foshan Guanyin is the first temple-style Tao environment. It is the first temple style, and we don't want to make it like I-Kuan Tao temple, but we want to make it more like a temple style. In other words, it's more look like a Buddha style
Like
temple.
Buddha temple.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Because
traditional.
yeah, traditional temple. Because during that time, we are talking about 100 years ago, practicing the Tao, practicing the I-Kuan Tao is considered illegal. And it's considered, what is that? A cult. So the government official is very strong, have very strong against that. And that's why, so sometimes when we do some kind of Tao gathering, they have to done it in a secret way. So there was a lot of scrutiny, and that's why building a I-Kuan Tao temple was not possible. And so back then, a temple style Tao temple was built for that purpose, so that it will not be under government officials' eye. Yeah, so that was the main purpose. And in other words, back then it was always like a secret Tao mission. Okay, and so this in that time it
Now,
helped.
are you talking about Taiwan? I mean, you're saying 100 years ago. So wasn't Taiwan at that time part of mainland China or not? 100 years ago or so.
It was not part of mainland China 100 years ago, but it was government. It was governed by the nationalist party, and
Oh,
they are
like Chiang Kai-shek or
yeah, and they are very tight. They are very tightly related to China. In other words, although we have already claimed our Taiwan independence, but the government still have very strong tie to the Communist Party in China.
Got it.
So anyone who practiced Tao, I-Kuan Tao, they will be prosecuted, beheaded, or
Oh my
be in a
God.
jail. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So now, so the following slide is what I learned during the auditorium while I was sitting there So let's invite Giacomo Tienshin to read the next one on the first two bullet only. Thank you.
In the 15th year of the Ming Dynasty, 1661 AD, Gu Xingga Chenggong led his navy forces to end Dutch colonial ruling and recover Taiwan. To address the issue of providing food for his army of 27,000 soldiers, Chen Chenggong military advisor Chen Yonghua led the troops to set up camps and engage in land reclamation for military settlements in the area of present-day Liuying, Xining, Liuzhia, and Guanyin.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Giacomo Tienshin. So in order to understand the history of this temple, it goes back to 1661 AD. And back then, Taiwan was a colony from the Dutch. And Zheng Chenggong, when he came, he was the military general. And next to the general, there's always an advisor. And the advisor name is Chen Yonghua. So when they come, although the Dutch has already been kicked out from Taiwan, but they still want to station there to protect the piece of land. So what are they going to eat for this 27,000 soldier? There must be something to eat, right? So they have to harvest some kind of land for agricultural purpose. So then they start to occupy the land, and they start to name the place in different, they have to name the district. Imagine they just go there and the land was not being divided. So they go in, they say, okay, this place is called Liuying, this place is called Xinying, this place is called Liujia. And that's how they name each district. And whatever name that has Y-I-N-G, in there, that means that district was part of the military settlement. And in other words, those mostly are like agriculture zoning 200 or 300 years ago. Giacomo Tienshin, can you read the rest of it? Thank you.
Note: military settlements. This was a strategy where soldiers functioned as farmers during peacetime to ensure the military was self-sufficient in food production. Because of this, many nearby place names contain the character "ing", meaning camp. The district serving as a military settlement district in Taiwan's 17th century military history. Liuying, Xining, Xianing District, Hoying.
Yeah, thank you, Giacomo Tienshin. So, based on the Chinese etymology here, this is the character for Ying. As you can see in the character here, it has two fire on the top, a roof, and then two windows. So this looks like a camp, right? There's a fire, there's the camp, there's a tent, and then there's a window. So next, if you are learning Chinese, this one will be a good word to learn. Okay. So how do we know this history? Zheng Chenggong and military advisor Chen Yonghua, because it's all documented in some, they have some kind of carving. Chinese, we are the culture who like to document things. So this current Guoyin Ho Mazu Temple. So this is the Mazu Temple or Dao Temple. This was the place where Chen Yonghua's family and his family used to live. Okay, and then this is a tomb for the General Chen Yonghua. Giacomo Tienshin, can you read the rest of it?
General Chen Yonghua and his wife were originally buried together at Mount Tatan in Qinshanpao, present-day Guoyi Town, Liuying District.
Thank you. So all this history were documented here, And then it was, of course, translated into Chinese and translate into English. So this is the history for the place called Guanyin. Yeah, I mean Guoyi. Okay, so now comes the story time. 有空的前贤, let's read the whole slide. Thank you.
When General Chang Yonghua first arrived at Foshan, he observed that it was a feng shui treasure and intended to build a temple there. However, after breaking ground, strange events occurred. Heavenly sounds. For 3 consecutive nights, the sounds of bells and drums echoed through the air, so loud that the general was unable to sleep. The omen of the kettle. A phenomenon occurred that defied logic. The bull was unable to pull the construction cart, yet the cow was able to pull it with ease. This was considered a reversal of the natural order.
Thank you, 就空的前贤. So when seeing the video of 佛山观音巖, we know that's a beautiful place. It has lake, has mountain, has a lot of it's a huge peaceful area. It's a feng shui treasure land. Everybody who want to go there, who always want to settle there. So Chen Yonghua, general, the military advisor, also thought the same thing too. So he has this idea. He want to do it. He want to build a temple there together with Zheng Chenggong. However, when the idea comes, he start to plan in his mind. So at nighttime, for 3 consecutive nights, he hear very loud noise, the bell ring. The bell, when we're talking about this kind of bell, it's not a small bell. The huge bell, the one that the Buddha's temple use. And also the drum sound. Imagine if you hear this, can you sleep? I don't think we can sleep. And also, so he say, okay, I'm going to disregard this, but he actually put it in action. He started to pound the land to make sure the land was ready to build. And of course, back then they don't have machine, right? So using the bull on a cow was the only choice. And based on our logic, we use bull to pound the land. However, it was not possible because when the bull was practiced in use, he couldn't move. It's like it was too heavy. The car was too heavy. So then he tries several bulls. They are all the same. However, there was some cow just standing there idle. So then he let the female cow, to try to do it. And the female cow was able to do it easily. Isn't that strange? That's very strange. So here we need to mention about this. So Chen Yonghua thought that, okay, right now maybe it's not a good time. Right now it's the timing of yin energy is more than the yin energy. So we have to wait more time in order for the yin energy to prosper. Now let's look at this slide. Giacomo Tienshin, can you read the first 2 paragraphs? Thank you.
Upon re-examining the geographical landscape of Foshan, General Chen concluded that the heavenly timing for building a temple here had not yet arrived, 1661. He believed the temple could only be successfully built during a time when Yang declines and Yin prospers. Consequently, he moved the construction to Bao, which is known today as Chishan Longhu Temple.
Thank you, Giacomo Tienshin. So we understand the concept of the yin and yang, right? So if we will look at this picture here, we are looking at like 365 years ago. Back then, of course, there's more white part than the black part. So if we will enlarge the picture, let's see. This is where we are, what we are talking about. Okay. So right now is right now we are in the white pie where I indicated 500 years. So 350 years ago, it was definitely the transitional period between the red and the white.
Is the white considered yang?
No, I'm talking about the white pie where it says 500. Yes, white is considered yin. The black is considered yin.
Okay,
But,
white is considered yang. Yang.
Yeah, Y-A-N-G, yes.
Yeah.
But 350 years ago, there is more white than the black.
So
Now,
more yang than yin.
yes. So few hundred years later, well, not few hundred years. So he's just have the feeling that the timing is not right. Need to wait until there is more yin than the yang. Because as we look at the Taiji circle, the time is going clockwise. So the more time lapse, the more yin will come, and the white part will diminish, right? Okay, now, so we understand this part. This is 2850 BC, and also before that. So from the beginning of time to here, 2850 BC, and so on, we can see that all the emperor are male. And then when transition to the red, this is during the green period. And when we transition to the red period, there's also male, master, Buddha, patriarch, all this. So there's more yin, there's more white part during that time. And there's more white in the green part. So when we come to the red part, that's what we see in the earlier slide. There's the white pie, the red pie, and the green pie. So this part signifying the green pie. This one signifying the red pie. So all these are male patriarch. And then when we come down here, 1900, 2020, we finally have one patriarch, and this is there's a transition between Sizhun to Simu. So Sizhun is a male patriarch, Simu is a matriarch. So she marks the beginning of the first female patriarch, and also the last one too, because she is the 64th matriarch. Based on the study of I Ching, we can only have total 64 matriarch, and she is the last one. When we look at the cycle here, just for this one, look at the bottom one. So there's a 12 epoch. 12 epoch makes up one cosmic cycle. Each cycle is 129,600 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's what Peter is saying. So each cycle is 129,600 years. So keep this number in mind. And the deity of longevity say he had been through the cosmic cycle at least 7 times. And then you say, wow, this one doesn't add up. So, and Robert is right, because based on the scientists, there's the glacial period. The Amian interglacial period actually begin 130,000 to 110,000 years ago. And that was just this part only, from here to here. So based on the I Ching, Shaoyong was mentioning that the cycle is this one. So the I Ching picture, the yin and yang picture that we were looking at, it only covered from this period to this period. And this is the enlarged picture of it. So there's times before that, which the I Ching, the yin and yang picture was not covered. So this is not a cycle of the universe. This is only one of the cycle. There's many cycle, and this is cycle only represent the 129,600 years. So basically, the general Chen Yonghua was waiting for the time for more yin to come instead of yin. So let's see. Giacomo Tienshin, can you help us to read the next one on the bottom part?
The sacred land of Foshan. The local villagers have long passed down the tradition that Foshan is a sacred land for temple construction, which is why it has been named Buddha for mountain sun since ancient times. During the Japanese colonial period, 10 Buddhist monks lived on this site. However, they lacked the necessary funding, and the temple remained unbuilt for many years.
Thank you, thank you. So for those of you who know Chinese, Foshan is actually the character is really meaningful because Fo means Buddha, San means mountain. So we can say this mountain or this place is full of a blessing from Buddha. And Foshan, it's a place that has a good feng shui. Taiwan was being colonized by Dutch, and then later on was also colonized by Japan, by the Japanese. They also want to make Foshan a temple too, but it was not successful.
In 1977, Shi Chenzhen reported to Yuan Jue Tati regarding his wish to find a piece of auspicious land. After an introduction by a local contact, they arrived at Foshan. Upon seeing the site, they felt very satisfied with it.
Thank you. So Shi Qianren, look at the timing. So he is more senior than this person here. So this one is Yuan Jue Dadi. The timing is 1919 to 1982. So Yuan Jue Dadi is he was our great senior elder. So it's someone who has a very say prominent Dao title. And the reason he's prominent is in the following paragraph here. So Shi Qianren is Yuan Jue Dadi's 后学. Of course, during this time, these two persons, they are still alive. So Shi Qianren, under the direction of Yuan Jue Dadi, to find a good piece of land. So Shi Qianren went to find, and Shi Qianren really liked this piece of land. And you can see these two pictures in our prayer hall too, in Tienshin Temple. Okay, now let's continue on. Giacomo Tienshin.
The Baoguang Jiande branch is one of the most organized and influential branches of I-Kuan Tao in Taiwan. The transition from Yuan Jue Tati to Shi Tianzhen represents a critical period of Taiwanization and growth for the Tao.
Continue.
Yuan Jue Tati is remembered as the gentle giant of the lineage. He focused on internal cultivation. Under his leadership, the organization established its headquarters and established many Tao holy houses. He passed away in 1982. Shi Tianzhen. If Yuan Jue Tati was the architect of the spirit, Shi Tianzhen was the architect of the physical infrastructure. He was known for his incredible administrative and construction skills. After Yuan Tati passed away, Shi Qianren took over the mantle, eventually becoming the leader of the entire Baoguang Jiande branch.
Thank you, Giacomo Tienshin. So here I want to introduce you Baoguang Jiande branch. Baoguang Jiande branch is considered one of the largest I-Kuan branch in Taiwan. In the earlier session, I say that Simu has 18 disciples, and therefore we have 18 lines. So Baoguang Jiande line is considered one of the biggest one in Taiwan. So what is another one? Another one is the Far Yi line. That's where Giacomo Tienshin goes to in Rome. So the Far Yi line, Far Yi Chongde line, it's also considered a giant too. So together, Baoguang Jiande line and the Far Yi Chongde line, they are considered the biggest line. I'll say the two biggest in the I-Kuan Dao in Taiwan. So what's the advantage of belonging to this big line here? Well, I can say that because we belong to this big line, there's more people, there's more effort put into the Dao. So you can, especially you see that Baoguang Jiande has many like huge temple around around the globe, like in many countries, especially under Lin Qianren's guidance. So that's that's what we belong to. And Giacomo Tienshin also understand that belonging to Far Yi Tongde line, it's also very significant because the line is big. That's why they can do Dao propagation in different country, and that makes sense. I think in Rome, their temple can also accommodate many people too. Yeah, so here I want to share with you some side story between Yuan Dadi and Shi Qianren. So Yuan Dadi, before he was going to pass away, he knew that he need to choose a successor. During that time, there are many candidates to choose from. However, he chose this one, Shi Qianren. Shi Qianren happened to be the youngest one among the leader. So you know what happened when this thing happened? When Yuan Dadi died, when Yuan Dadi passed, Shi Qianren became the leader of Baoguang Jiande. There was a lot of obstacle, and the obstacle come from the people who are more senior than him come to challenge him. So there was a lot of rivalry. And so the reason I talk about this is because right now we can see almost the same thing happened here too. So we are in this time. Who is our Qianren right now? That is Huang Qianren. And the person before him is Lin Qianren. So before Lin Qianren passed, he knew that he's going to pass on the baton to Huang Qianren. However, we all see him last time, right? He came here to visit, and then he came with 3 other master who are more senior than him. So you can imagine that he's under a lot of pressure because how old is he? He's like 55 years old. But then if you are on Facebook, you see when they have this ceremony, like the mother, the 老母大典, they have some kind of big ritual, and you can see that Huang Qianren is in the front, in the middle. But on the same row, all this master are all older than him. You can just by looking at their hair. Some of them come with people holding on them. They cannot walk, and some are like their hair is all white. Huang Qianren, the first time when I see him, he still have black hair. But after 1 year, what happened? His hair turned white. Yeah, because he has so much hard work.
A lot of stress.
A lot of stress because he does have a lot of stress because he's working with many master who is 6 years old, 70 years old, some are 80 years old. So you can imagine this kind of stress. So by looking at the slide, so that was the same thing happening in Yuanjue Dadi and Shi Qianren. Fortunately, under Lin Qianren's guidance, there is not much disruption after Lin Qianren passed the baton to Huang Qianren, because I think we are like a great group. So far, we don't hear anything. There's so far nobody want to break away from anybody. So far, nobody want to challenge his authority. So far, everything is good. Everything is in harmony.
On the way back, they stopped at the Jiande temple in the village at the foot of the mountain. Just as they entered, Falu occurred. The temple keeper inquired, "Where are you from? What purpose brings you here?" Shi Qianren replied that he intended to build a temple at Foshan.
Okay, that's it. Thank you, Giacomo Tienshin. So what happened is, so there was a temple keeper. So in one day morning, so the temple keeper always like do a morning incense, right? Morning ritual, and then after the ritual, maybe like 5 or 10 minutes, he finished. He go to do other things, and the incense is all gone. It has all burned to ashes. But then what happened was that all of a sudden there was a fire flame coming out from the pot, and that's what we call it falu. So that was what happened. So on that day there was a falu happening. Giacomo Tienshin, can you read this one here?
Falu, a phenomenon where the incense sticks catch fire spontaneously flared into flame, without an external flame, traditionally interpreted as a powerful sign of greeting from the deity. Spirit writing, a ritual where a deity communicates messages through a medium, in this case predicting the arrival of the Thai practitioner 30 years in advance.
Thank you. So this is there was a Falu incident happen. So it's a phenomenon that usually something auspicious is going to happen, and then that's when Shi Qianren came. So this temple keeper asked Shi Qianren, "What are you doing here? What brought you here?" So Shi Qianren replied, we are here to build a temple at Foshan." So then the temple keeper remembered that it was back in 1947. Giacomo Tienshin, you can read this one, please.
Hearing this, the temple keeper said, as early as 1947, the Emperor Shennong of Jiande Temple gave a prophecy through spirit writing, stating that in another 30 years someone would come to Foshan to build a temple. From 1947 to 1977, exactly 30 years had passed. This was perhaps a sacred land reserved by heaven specifically for the White Era disciple.
Thank you, disciple. Thank you. So, so the temple keeper, we can imagine that he was there more than 30 years. That's how he saw there was a spirit writing. And the spirit writing was back in 1947. That's how he remembered. And during the spirit writing, usually the Chinese, especially the temple keeper, will write down everything. So the spirit writing, it definitely has a message. Message from where? It's from the Shenlong Dadi. And this is happening in the Zhenxi Gong. So this is a picture of Zhenxi Gong. Of course, this one has been remodeled, but we no longer have the picture of the old version of Zhenxigo, because usually temple, when it's built, after like 10 or 20 years or 30 years, people want to donate money and they want to build a more a better one to make it more prominent. So this is the modern one. But the old one, we don't have a picture. So this is a picture of Sennong Dadi, Sennong Emperor of Zhenxi Temple. I don't know why he has a red face, but regardless, Guangdong also have a red face too. So all I understand is that their face can be any color. And I can for sure tell you that in India there are also god that is black face, and the reason they have black face is to scare the demon away. Sometimes when they are doing divine work, they do encounter evil spirit. So having a black face will help them. And Sendong Dadi, let's see, Sendong. This is 2850 BC. He is right after Fuxi. During that time, they don't really have the emperor system. The emperor system, it started from Qin Shi Huang. But we like to call it emperor because in the Chinese history, we regard as somebody who is sentient sages. We like to call them emperor because they are like the emperor for the people. And all this who make it on the list, on this list here, they are considered sages. But they are not, because in our mind, when we think about emperor in a modern time, we tend to think that the emperor, they are cruel, they do a lot of taxes, they just want to fight, they want to proclaim their territory, they want to claim other tribes' land. But this is not happening here. All these emperor, they are very good emperor to the people. So Fuxi is the first one, and then Sennong, Emperor Yellow, Xiao Hao, and Tuan Xi. And of course, we can see King Wen here and King Wu. Okay, so just keep in mind, Sennong is back in 2850 BC, so it's like 5,000 years ago, 4,000 to 5,000 years ago.
Emperor Shenong, Medicine King, Lord of Grains, Primordial Medicine Sage, Divine Herbal Emperor, was the leader of the Jian tribe in ancient China. He personally tasted hundreds of herbs, establishing the foundation of herbal medicine. He invented slash-and-burn farming and agricultural tools, teaching people to cultivate and plant crops, and led his people in making pottery and cooking utensils, advancing food culture. He is revered as the founding ancestor of agriculture, medicine, and tea, symbolizing abundance and earth. He is also honored as a guardian deity by traditional medical halls and pharmacies.
Yeah, thank you, Giacomo Tienshin. So Emperor Sennong has many names, as you can see: Medicine King, Lord of Grain, Primordial Medicine Sage, Divine Herbal Emperor. So he has many names, and all the majority of Chinese medicine comes from him too. So he teach people how to farm the land, use the agricultural tool. Look at the picture here. I'll enlarge the picture for you. Can you see what this is? It's mushroom. So Chinese, it's a culture who love mushroom. And this one, you can see that he's tasting some kind of a weed or grass or herb or plantation. This to me looks like onion. The shape looks like it. But so it's interesting. And then you can see that his facial feature, usually for Chinese, if somebody who has long ear robe, that means they have a very good fortune. Very good fortune not in terms of money, wealth, but in terms of wisdom and longevity. And you can see that there's kind of two horn. In other words, his skull is have a different shape than normal people. I don't know why this is happening, but I can only tell you that maybe this is only a legend because this is from people's drawing. We are not his time. We are not in his time, so we don't know what he really looked like.
Hearing this, the temple keeper said, as early as 1947, the Emperor Shenung of Jiande Temple gave a prophecy through spirit writing, stating that in another 30 years, someone will come to Foshan to build a temple. From 1947 to 1977, exactly 30 years had passed. This was perhaps a sacred land reserved by heaven specifically for the white-haired disciple.
Thank you, Giacomo Tienshin. So in Taiwan, where is the first temple that have Emperor Sendong in it? That will be this temple here, Zhenxi Temple. And Zhenxi Temple is famous because Emperor Sendong go to visit them several times. So they make a statue out of him. So I think based on the so it was 1947. Sendong Dadi came. The Emperor Sendong came and gave a spirit writing that you have to wait for another 30 years, and then somebody is going to make this a holy land. So that's the history behind it. So how do we all know all this? Because in Zhenxi Gong, there was this bulletin board, and this board has carving on it. So I circle the ears in white. So basically, this describes the history of Zhenxi Gong. So Zhenxi Gong, the original form of Zhenxi Gong was shaped in 1589. And then there was a village called Sendong Village. This village was called Sendong Village. And in 1959, there were several people, last name named Chen, Lin. So this is people's last name, Li, Zhou, and Cai. They came over here and they want to build some kind of temple. Maybe it's a small one. So they have some kind of small temple. And then moving forward to 1661, they make the temple a little bit more elaborate. And then in 1733, it's more than 100 years because between here to here, it's more than 100 years. So they contribute more money, and then they make the temple more established. So there's more remodeling in 1886, 1890, 1932, and 1962. So the Zhenxi Gong that we see it now is what we see it right here. And it has been remodeled many times.
A few days later, a villager from Jiande Temple was channeled by a deity. Zhuge Kunming arrived bearing a jade decree from heaven to proclaim this matter, instructing all disciples to cooperate to their utmost in the construction of Foshan. During the construction period, when many villagers went to Jiande Temple to seek guidance of personal matters, Emperor Shenung, the divine farmer emperor, instructed, Foshan is currently building its temple. We are very busy as we must go to assist the Tao. If you do not have any truly important matters, do not come to inquire so often.
Thank you, Giacomo Tienshin. So let's see. A few days later. So this is happening after Shi Qianren. After Shi Qianren went to visit Zhenxi Gong, and then a few days later, a villager from Zhenxi Gong was channeled by a deity. So here I want to emphasize a villager. he was not doing this as his job. It was just a random villager. He got a message from Zhuge Kongming, and he brought a jade degree. So Zhuge Kongming, he's not a modern person. This is 181 to 234 AD. So he asked all the people to cooperate to build a construction of Foshan. And because this is happening so fast, Zheng Xigong was kind of famous back then. And many people, this is a Taiwanese culture. A lot of Taiwanese, they just like to go to visit temple. They like to ask the deity or goddess or god for many questions. Question like, oh, my son is going to get married. Is this person good? I'm going to buy a piece of land. Where should I go? I'm looking for a job. Should I go this and there? Or my kid is sick. Why is my kid sick? So they like to go to temple to ask all kind of questions. So what happened was so many people go to this temple, ask so many personal questions. My son, my kids, my husband, my wife, my father. Anyway, so many people ask. So during the construction time, finally, Shenlong said, Foshan is currently building this temple. We are very busy, and we must go assist now. So if you don't have important matter, do not come here to ask questions. So that was what the message was about. So then people say, okay, then they don't ask questions. So people stop asking questions. Okay, so just Tienshin, can we continue on to the last two paragraphs?
After the temple was completed, the incense fire was flourishing, means it was spiritually vibrant and popular. Many people from all over Taiwan came to Foshan to offer incenses under the guidance of their own local deities. During the Lunar New Year period, the crowds were immense. There is even a record of the temple consuming 600 kilograms of white rice in a single day. Over the decades, this site has helped many people receive the Tao and cultivate the Tao, leading them to adopt a vegetarian lifestyle and establish their own holy house shrines.
Thank you. Just an idea, how much is 600 kg of rice a day? That is, I did some calculation, that is about 12,000 people to 13,000 people. That's a lot for one day.